Hi everybody, this is Dalton Burkhardt, and this is my tort liability presentation for school law. What is tort liability? As stated from the text, a tort is an actionable or civil wrong committed against one person by another that is independent of contract. Liability may result from deliberate acts committed by another or acts involving negligence. And that came from the reading of Essex 2015. Intentional tort. Intentions to another person that cause damage. Example, battery, assault, false imprisonment, purposely causing emotional distress. And an unintentional tort is negligence. And most of the cases that I found dealt with negligence. Okay, the first court is the Supreme Court of British Columbia versus Chilliwack School District. A seventh grade student received injuries during his physical education class. The PE teacher did not make safety precautions and lacked knowledge of the game. The student sues for not properly teaching the game, which led to him getting struck in the face. Court ruled that the PE teacher failed to progressively train and coach the student in field hockey. And Devin, the boy that received the injuries, was awarded 1,365 euros or Canadian euros in damages. Second court case I found is Peterson versus Baker. So this teacher yelled at a boy named Jonathan Peterson, telling him to sit down. The teacher claims Jonathan pushed her, causing her to stumble, then grabbed her hand, knocking her arm away from the doorway. The teacher grabs his neck, and she states that she was afraid that he was going to hit her. The school district put the teacher on administrative leave, and soon after that, she actually resigned. Jonathan sues the principal, the superintendent, the school district, and the Board of Education for failure to train, to instruct, and to supervise the teacher, which the plaintiff says resulted in constitutional violation. But after the court ruled in favor for the teacher because she was immune under Georgia law because she did not act with malice toward the student. Hohem versus Manhattan Beach City School District. Now, Hohem is a 10-year-old boy. He left his school before classes were over. When he was crossing an intersection, he was struck by a motorcycle, causing physical and emotional damages. Hohem's mother wants to sue the school district for being negligent on their supervision. Well, the trial court sustained defendant's objection to all the causes of action and dismissed the action. The mother is now filing an appeal from the resulting judgments. Barrett versus USD 259, Wichita, Kansas. In 1998, Robert Alexander Barrett collapsed on the field during a mandatory football practice and died the next day. His mother filed wrongful death action suit. Miss Barrett files the suit for gross and wanton negligence to the school district and to the coaches. But the coaches and school district followed the safety guidelines that were given to the state in regards to heat exhaustion. It states in the case that the pamphlets were even handed out to the coaches and to the school over the heat rules. The court also concluded that the discretionary function exception found in the KSA 70-614E did not apply to provide immunity for the defendants based upon its determination that a legal duty existed on the part of the school's officials to supervise student athletes and to take reasonable steps to protect their safety. The court also concluded that the discretionary function exception under the KTCA was not applicable and the school owed a general duty of care to its students and further had issued safety policies and guidelines which reinforced the duty. So really what that's saying is that the coaches and the school did follow the safety procedures that were established by the state and that they were doing their part. Now, Mitchell versus Cedar Rapids School District. Okay, a mother of a special education student is suing the school district for damages the student sustained in after hours of off-campus sexual assault by another student, which the other student happened to be a special needs student as well. She was 14 and he was 19. Her IEP, though, did not discuss the need for constant supervision. The teachers did not tell the mother that the child's absence during her last class was recorded and that needed to be informed to the parent. Then the jury found the school district responsible due to negligence and the failure of supervising the special needs student. Now, the prompts. If this happened in your school, what reactive measures do you think would have occurred as a result? I think the reactive measures, if a lot of the negligence happened, which most of the court cases were about, I a, a lot of the measures that would be taken would definitely be almost exactly what um, the parents or the mothers did with their students. They would have tried to put a lawsuit against the teachers in the school, and we'd have pretty much the exact same cases. What proactive measures would you prevent us from these torts to happen? Definitely set guidelines and have the coaches and the teachers know the specific policies that are entitled to them. The policies of the coaches with the heat restriction and just a lot of it was just safety measures. Now, with the teacher putting her hands on the student, that shouldn't be allowed regardless. If the teacher felt that she wasn't safe in her classroom, she should have called the administration, and administration should have came down and handled it. So that should not happen. I think that's a measure that could be discussed to all the staff during a meeting before school. Describe how to set professional ethics that would benefit regards tort liability. I think just to set the professional ethics that we have to have is we just have to keep having training sessions, scenarios. We just need to keep the teachers informed on how to handle things properly and in an ethical manner. And then following the prompts is my references. I really enjoyed this assignment. I feel it was really, really awesome to read the different court cases, and I can't wait to see what court cases everybody else has. Thank you.